Pablo Casals. Pablo Casals, slow and steady, wins the race. A boy only 13 years old was searching through a second-hand bookstore in Barcelona, Spain. "You are here again," the owner of the bookstore said in a welcoming voice. Then the boy greeted him politely and entered the store. "Hello, sir. Can I have a look at some books?" "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Sure, after all, you are my regular." It seemed like it was not once or twice the boy had come to that bookstore. He strode to the front of a shelf where a lot of music scores were stacked. He searched through dusty score after score, and then suddenly a light twinkled in his eyes. "Oh, my goodness! What is this? A box score?" The boy hastily dusted off the score and checked the title, "Cello Suites." The masterpiece of Bach that had been hidden away in the darkness finally saw the light of the world after 200 years. The hands of the boy trembled lightly as he stepped outside the bookstore after paying for the score. His excitement was clear on his face. Whether out of fortune or misfortune, the owner did not know the true worth of the score. "You only buy music scores. I sell them to you without much profit." The boy quickened his steps, worrying if the owner would stop him to get the score back. The everyday route felt longer than usual. The boy grabbed his cello as soon as he arrived at his house and slowly started to play it as he was reading the score of Bach. "Oh, I'm so nervous. I discovered the long-lost piece of Bach." The boy was familiar with music thanks to his organist father. He started studying music properly when he entered the Municipal Conservatory, Barcelona, at the age of 11. Cello was his choice of instrument. But alas, Bach's Cello Suites was an incredibly hard piece to play. He could not play the music properly at all. "I've never seen a piece like this. There is no accompaniment that supports the melodic cello." He was very perplexed. He was holding his breath without knowing it himself. "That means I have to play melody and accompaniment together at once with one cello, but that's such a difficult technique." That was the reason why the original title of the piece was called Suites of Violoncello Solo Senza Basso, which means solo cello suites without bass accompaniment. It was not a piece anyone other than Bach could create. From that day, the boy was fixated on practicing cello suites. Days, months, and years. Time flew like sand in a hand. Then one day, he cried out loud in joy, "That's it. It's not perfect, but I can nearly do it." He was so joyous that he could cheer and exclaim with the arms in the air. Nonetheless, he did want to present himself recklessly. He wanted to polish his techniques and hold a magnificent recital. When he presented cello suites in the future, the time had already passed for 12 years. He held the first recital for Bach's cello suites when he became 25 years old. The name of the cellist was Pablo Casals. Wow, I haven't known such a masterpiece from Bach before. Thanks to Casals, now I know new precious music. Audiences applauded and applauded in moved faces. But Casals did not look so satisfied. Acquiring a Bach by luck at the age of 13, and he practiced it for 12 years. But he was still discontent. "I practiced this piece for a dozen years, but I can't be boastful about it. I have to diligently develop my skills for the rest of my life." For that reason, Casals started practicing again soon later, every day without a pause, one step at a time. Casals' performance on cello suites became more and more perfect every day. Praises poured in every time Casals held recitals. Casals is the best at playing the cello. Nobody is as good as him. Of course, especially when it comes to cello suites. People admired his persistent effort and its wonderful result. Nonetheless, Casals never overlooked practicing cello. It was only a handful of the days he did not practice. He frequently practiced over 6 hours a day. Even more, he did not stop practicing even when he was over 90. One day, a pupil of Casals said, "Sir, please take a rest for some time. Nobody is as good at playing cello as you are." The pupil was sincerely worried about his teacher's health. However, Casals was focused only on the cello without any reply. The pupil thought Casals was hard of hearing, so he said in a louder voice, "What if you become unwell? You are already the best cellist in the world." At that, Casals grinned widely and waved his hand in disagreement. "You don't have to say that. It's not correct to praise present me as the best." The pupil thought his teacher was too humble until he heard the explanation. Casals explained to his worried pupil like a compassionate father. "The reason why I am practicing even today is that my artistry is still getting better every day. I see that my today is better than yesterday every day." "Oh, sir!" The pupil was full of respect for Casals at his explanation. Why? There are many people who possess brilliant talents. There are masters in music as well. But Casals did not just have talents. He was not keen on competing with others. You do not do music out of rivalry. It's crucial that you set your own goal and persist for it. The pupil could then understand the teaching at last. He could not help his heart filling up with respect for his teacher.